Hi everyone, welcome back to Quest for Literature. Today we are going to see the dramatic devices such as dramatic irony, soliloquy and aside, expectations and surprise, and the last one is stage direction. Before getting into the video, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, do subscribe, click on the bell icon and enable all options so that you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. First, let's see about dramatic irony. Dramatic irony is a form of contrast. Here, when there is some dialogue or when some incident happens, it means one for the character and another for the spectator. And there are two types of dramatic irony. They are verbal irony and irony of situation. First, let's see about verbal irony. Verbal irony arises out of dialogues. The best example you can see in Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. In the conversation between Duke and Viola, who is disguised as his page, has fallen in love with him. The audience know that Viola is a woman in male disguise, and Duke is unaware of her sex. Same as that in As You Like It, Rosalind, who is disguised as a shepherd, accosts Orlando, her lover, in the forest of Arden and talks to him as if she were a man. Disguise is often a fruitful source of verbal irony. Next one is irony of situation. Irony of situation arose out of action. Here you can see circumstances convey opposite meaning to the agent on the one hand and the audience on the other. For example, in Macbeth, you have Duncan's visit to Macbeth's castle speaks warmly of the pleasure the visit gives him. The audience know that the visit means his death at the hand of his host. Then in the Potter scene in Macbeth, the Potter chattered out of drunkenness and he admits Macduff and Lennox to the castle. Only the audience knows of the lawful discovery that will soon be made. Greek tragedy is full of ironic situation. In Oedipus calls down the curse on the man who slay his father, Laertes, the king of Thebes. The audience is aware, though Oedipus is not, that Oedipus himself unknowingly committed the crime. Next, let's see about soliloquy and aside. We had already seen the difference between soliloquy and dramatic monologue in the previous video. Now we will see the difference between soliloquy and aside. Already we see what soliloquy means. Again, we see the same thing here. In a soliloquy, the actor's secret thoughts uttered aloud on the stage to acquaint the audience with what is passing in his mind. It is not supposed to be heard by anyone. It was spoken when no other actor is present. It is an unnatural device, for nobody in actual life ever put his private thoughts into audible speech. No one could ever make a long speech like Hamlet on the question of suicide. Not meant to be treated as speech, it is a way of conveying to an audience something that could not gather in any other way. Soliloquy is unreal. but accepted by the audience. Same as that, you can see the audience accept many other conventions of drama, such as that a room on the stage has only three walls. The soliloquy demands a willing suspension of disbelief. This is employed in farce and melodrama till the end of 19th century. Soliloquy has an honored place in literature, possesses profound psychological interest, and soliloquy is of highest poetic quality. It is considered as a crucial test on actors' power and interpretation. See some of the very famous soliloquies, such as in Hamlet, you have to be or not to be. In Othello, put out the light and then put out the light. Then in Macbeth, if it were done, when it is done. Then in Henry V, what infinity hurts is must kings neglect. These are the first lines of few of the famous soliloquies in these plays. Next, let's see what is aside. Aside is a passing thought uttered aloud by an actor in front of other characters on the stage. This is also not supposed to be heard, and this is a shortest form of soliloquy. It serves the same purpose of soliloquy. This is also unnatural as soliloquy. These two things, soliloquy and aside, vanished from the modern stage. The next dramatic device which we are going to see is expectations and surprise. The plot construction in a play follows two methods. That those are expectation and surprise. Expectation, you all know what expectation is same that you can see here in drama also. In plot construction, relevant facts are disclosed and subsequent development are expected. When we even see some film, we expect what the next will be. Same as that here in play, expectation means the dramatist lays all his cards on the table when the drama begins. As the plot goes, he exposed various other factors also. This drives its interest from anticipation. Othello is fully constructed or built on expectation. Next one is surprise. Here, when the plot construct, the dramatist make few facts are held back for some time to be sprung on the audience later as a surprise. Here the dramatist withhold material information for the time being for the sake of the effect. It derives its interest from suspense. Macbeth is built on surprise. If these two things, expectation and surprise, has been mismanaged, then the result is going to be a disaster. If too much of expectation, that leads to dullness. We already know, okay, this is what going to happen. So we lost the interest of watching the drama. And if it is too much of surprise, then it leads to melodrama. It'll be okay, this okay. Then Shakespeare used both these two things, the surprise and expectation, in a moderate way. Shakespeare's comedies employs expectations instead of surprise. It takes the audience into his confidence before he weaves the various elements into a plot. Disguise of Rosalind and Viola is not a surprise to the spectator or the audience. They enjoy the irony in the dialogue and situation that results from the disguise. The surprise constitutes the essence of all drama. Expectation has its effect when curiosity about the outcome of the play has been sufficiently aroused. Last one is stage direction. I hope you all know what stage directions. When we read the dramas, you can see some things will be given there in brackets. Like what are the properties there on the stage, how the actor should act, whether they should move, all those things. Okay, stage directions is not something to be speak. Okay, they are not even addressed to the audience. They are given the script of the play to indicate the lines the producer has to follow in order to present the play exactly as the author intends. They may be read in the text if the play is published in book form. The author throw hints to the producer through stage directions. That's the end of today's session. Thank you all for listening. Till the time we meet next, stay tuned to Quest for Literature, keep reading, and know the world.